Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 23 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Arizona Cardinals, but without DeAndre Hopkins, because there has been rumors that DeAndre Hopkins is going to be traded this offseason. So, what I think about this is good and bad. Good if they can get, maybe a receiver that's maybe not as good, but, more rotational, so that way they can have A, more draft picks, or B, get a better offensive lineman. Like, if they could get an offensive lineman, some more draft picks, or another rotational receiver to add to the group, or maybe just all three, that would be great to get for DeAndre Hopkins. But let's say they trade away DeAndre Hopkins for like a second and a third round pick. That's not really exactly what they needed. Sure, they can maybe get a receiver in the third round, draft a lineman in the second round. That could help some of their problems. But I think DeAndre Hopkins, still being as good as he is, yes, he's getting on the older side. They could get a lot of value out of this, especially in the offensive line. And the reason why I'm emphasizing offensive line so much is because this guy, Kyler I almost said Kyler Hermy, but Kyler Murray is criminally underrated. 81 overall, superstar development makes sense. 81 is not okay. Should be an 85 or an 86 overall, in my opinion, at least. People make fun of him because of his height, 5'10". I make jokes like that all the time, but in all reality, people just can't avoid the fact that he is a top 10 QB. Kyler Murray, when healthy and on the field, he is a top 10 QB with Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury just got fired, thank God. Kyler Murray can finally flourish as a QB without Cliff Kingsbury, and it's so annoying to see people hate on this guy constantly and just give him shit for absolutely no reason. Kyler Murray is him. He is the future of the Cardinals franchise, and people need to start accepting it. People say, oh, well, he just plays Call of Duty all the time. Yeah, there's stats that say he's bad whenever Call of Duty comes out, but he is a good player overall, and they need to trade away DeAndre Hopkins to get him a better offensive line. If he has a better offensive line and a decent coach, he could potentially be a top 5 quarterback. He is top 10 right now. He is a great quarterback when he's on the field, and people constantly disregard how good Kyler Murray is because of his height, because he plays Call of Duty. It's honestly frustrating to see people say, oh, K1 is just a Call of Duty boy. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can make jokes like that all the time, but whenever people are dead serious when they say things like, oh, Kyler Murray just isn't that good because he's 5'10", it's infuriating. And also, Cowboys fans, if you're watching this, I'm going to piss you off. Watch this. Kyler Murray is better than Dak. Yeah, Dak is not a top 10 QB, and I'm going to put Kyler Murray over Dak all day long. Easily would take Kyler Murray over Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott continuously misses throws, and somehow he's a superstar X factor in Madden. It infuriates me. Anyways, continuing on with the video. James Conner here, we're going to have to look to replace him. He really has regressed in real life. Just need a whole new running back core entirely. Just entire new offensive line. Rodney Hudson, yeah, he's good. But at the same time, he's getting old. He probably won't be here for this entire rebuild. Zach Ertz, great in real life. But again, in Madden, he's 31. He will have no value on this team within 2 years, if not 1 year. Defensively, looking into it, J.J. Watt, he's retired at the end of the season. But we're starting at the beginning of the season, so I guess I'll just keep him. And then if he doesn't technically retire, I'll just basically dump his overall stats and just cut him from the team. Jalen Thompson, Budda Baker, Isaiah Simmons, I'm going to take and move him to the middle linebacker position. Or should he be outside linebacker? Actually, I'm going to switch him to outside linebacker here, and I'm going to move in to a... I'm going to move into a 4-3. I'm not going to completely change the schemes. I'm just going to change it to a 4-3 just for the first season here, a 4-3 under. Then I'm going to keep the Cardinals playbook just for season 1 just to see how we do. And I kind of want to tank the first year because the Cardinals are pretty bad in real life. Byron Murphy, Jalen Thompson, Budda Baker, Isaiah Simmons, Zaven Collins, J.J. Watt, of course. Again, I said at the end of the season, I'll just dump his stats, make sure he's retired. And yeah. This team is pretty good for offense other than that line. Marquise Brown, Rondale Moore, Robbie Anderson. So this isn't a horrible receiving core. Robbie Anderson, DeAndre Hopkins obviously are not going to be here. So yeah, I'm going to trade away DeAndre Hopkins right now. Let's see what we can get for DeAndre Hopkins. What are people willing to trade? Jamar Chase for DeAndre Hopkins? That's not realistic at all. But also Elijah Vera Tucker seems just the most realistic one out of all of these. And that's what I'm going to do, just because it's the most realistic. Jamar Chase for DeAndre Hopkins would never happen in real life. No chance. But, yeah, Elijah Vera Tucker, definitely a guy I want on this team. A 2nd and a 4 as well. So DeAndre Hopkins is gone. And since I did trade DeAndre Hopkins, sure, I'm just going to dump out J.J. Watt right now. I'm just going to dump out his contract, dump out everything he has. And, yeah, we're going to just, final year of his deal. He's fine like that. We're going to take his awareness basically down to nothing, and that should just tank him completely. And take this, and 0 cap room will be removed from the team. So DeAndre Hopkins and J.J. Watt both off the team. This offensive line looks horrible. Well, I mean, defensive line looks horrible. Offensive line improving with Elijah Vera Tucker, which I can kind of see happening in real life. I don't know if the Jets are willing to give him up, but still, good move for the Cardinals. So apart from that, guys, it's now time to move in to the midseason mark with the Cardinals playbooks. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 2-5, bottom of the division. Tank season, I need a good first-round pick. Choose a draft class. I'm going to keep the auto-generated rookies here. Please have some offensive linemen here at the top of the board. And no, we do not. But we have some defensive linemen, which still is definitely a need for the Arizona Cardinals. Coming off a loss to the Saints. Breakout defensive lineman, is this Zach Allen? It is Zach Allen. Coach, I don't know if it's the food or serving, cafeteria. I don't really care, Zach Allen. Just get a development upgrade. I don't care what they're serving in the cafeteria. Scouting, national focus, choose a position. I'm going to choose offensive tackle in this. Strengths, corner, right end, defensive tackle. Defensive tackle might be the move. I'm still going to choose offensive tackle regardless. Get rid of DJ Humphries. His contract is horrendously bad for how ungood of a player he is. I don't know if ungood's the player. I don't know if ungood is the right player, which isn't even a word, but what's the word? I don't know if it's the right word if he's not that good of a player. I don't know why that took me so long to figure out. But Rodney Hudson wants to play. I'll give him a 2-year deal. And he wants a better fit. You want to play, you're a scheme fit. And you said it's not a right fit. I gave you more years and you want to play. No sense. Byron Murphy. Yeah, I'll do this deal, but he says bring the length down. The length is bringing this offer way down. Wait, the length is 5 years. 5 years. You want 7? No, he just wants more money because it's a glitch in Madden because, Madden sucks at making games. Matt Prater can walk. Zach Allen can walk depending on if he gets a, development upgrade. What is motivations? No players have tag. Good English. No players have tag. Okay, so that's literally bringing his entire impact down. I can't determine whether or not players have tags, and I don't know why Kyler Murray wouldn't have a franchise QB tag. Justin Pugh can walk. My right tackle can walk. Will Hernandez can walk. Greg Dortch. Yeah, all these guys are just garbage. What about Tristan Hill? Might be good depth if he's stupid cheap. Yeah, all these guys, I don't care. Trace McSorley. Yeah, nice meme. Anyways, it's now time to move into the next week to see if Zach Allen got his breakout challenge. And if he did, that would be helpful. I would pay him. And we have a breakout running back as well for James Conner. Not gonna lie, that was a humbling experience for me. If this running back is James Conner, then I'm just not even gonna bother. How'd you feel about James Conner's last game? Yeah, I'm not even gonna re-sign him. He's old. I don't care if he gets superstar X factor. He's just not gonna be on this team. So anyways, let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are finishing at 2-15. I did not think we would be that bad, but okay. Kyler Murray. The terrible 30th best offense in the NFL and 26th best defense. Kyler Murray, 4,100 yards, 19 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Horrible season. James Conner had 16 touchdowns, but not good on yards. Robbie Anderson, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Marquise Brown, not that good of a season. Again, it's the playbooks. I'm still in Cliff Kingsbury's playbook, so I got to change it up. Zaven Collins, 128 tackles for a loss, 13 for Isaiah Simmons, sacks, 9.5 for Isaiah Simmons, interesting. Interceptions, 2 for Zaven Collins, safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Antonio Hamilton. Isaiah Simmons probably has so many sacks because we really don't have any edge rushers, so they just put him there regardless. Doesn't really seem to be a bad move, but anyways, let's move into the offseason as we did do a tank season. And the Bengals beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow wins the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen wins the league MVP. And there are no awards here for the Arizona Cardinals. So we're going to go into the roster to see if there is any development upgrades. I highly doubt it. The team was just terrible. Offensively, Elijah Vera Tucker moved to left guard. Defensively, Buda Baker's an X factor. That's sick. But nothing else. Zach Allen didn't get his upgrade, so I'm not even going to re-sign Zach Allen. We're going to see the retirements. I'm going to change up the playbooks to my playbooks, which is Kansas City defense, if you guys were wondering, and Dallas offense is usually what I run. Works pretty well for the most part. 2022 retirements for the NFC West, I do believe it is. NFC West, Matt Prater, Andy Lee, and Colt McCoy all retired. I had no intention of re-signing any of them. So good for them, I guess. Saved $5 million for us. Rodney Hudson just has no interest in playing anymore and is down to an 82. He can walk. Byron Murphy has no interest in playing for us. He can walk. Well, actually, I'm going to try and snag him in free agency. Yeah, I'm going to try to snag him. I meant to say I'm going to re-sign him, and I said he can walk, but how much does it take to tag him? $16 million. I'll tag him. I'll tag Byron Murphy. Everyone else here can just hit it. Byron Murphy, I'll get him what he wants in the next season. Yeah, that's a little rough. We're just going to hit free agency. In free agency, I overpaid for Josh Allen, but suddenly has super high interest. I wish he had that high interest whenever I originally signed him, but now he has super high interest. So I overpaid for him, but still, I'm paying like 17, 18 million a year for him. He's still going to be a great edge rusher for us. Got Tommy Townsend on a cheap deal, same with Tyler Bass. And then Denzel Perryman actually had interest with the team, so I gave him a 1-year deal with us. And he's just going to be depth along with Zaven Collins. Probably going to move him to right outside linebacker, but it's now time for the NFL draft. And in the draft, I'm picking up defensive back Nazir Stockton, 5'9" out of Missouri. Pretty small, but he does have 91 speed, 93 jumping, hidden development. He was the second player on the board. And yeah, he seems pretty good. I know I wanted an offensive tackle, but there wasn't anything there. So we're just going to take best player available in the defensive back, Nazir Stockton. And we definitely needed more defensive help. So this is going to help us a lot. And in the second round, I'm picking up a right guard, CJ Price. I'm going to move him to left guard and keep Elijah Vera Tucker at the right guard position, 6'5", 310 out of South Carolina, 86 strength and hidden development. And in the second round, with our second round pick from the Jets, Lawrence Thomas, wide receiver out of Tennessee, hidden development, slot archetype, 5'11", and 91 speed. I wish it was faster for being 5'11", 185 pounds. That's basically my build. But anyways, seems like a good pickup. In the fourth round, with the Jets pick in the fourth round, Paul Barkley, defensive tackle, out of UCF, hidden development, 83 strength. I know he has F play rec, and he could have a bunch of other Fs and hit power, stamina, and power moves, but I saw the A finesse moves, and even though it's F block shedding, I was like, A finesse moves in the fourth round is pretty good. I'm wearing number 69, by the way. Nice. So this is the team after the draft. I completely forgot about Rodney Hudson, so I moved Price, our second round pick, into the center position. I got this Clements guy in the third round. He seems pretty good at a 73 overall. I really don't want to rock out with DJ Humphries, just because his contract is his contract is so garbage, dude. I hate this contract. Yeah, I'm not paying 80 overall, 20 million a year. Josh Jones is going to be the guy for us rather than DJ Humphries, and I'm getting immediately rid of this garbage contract. And okay, DJ Humphries, my third round pick, and my next year's seventh round pick for Shaq Mason, who I'm going to take and actually move to the left guard position, so that way Elijah Vera Tucker doesn't have to switch over, and he's already switched over automatically, but I scouted the offensive tackle class, but it really wasn't that amazing. So yeah, Thomas is a 75 overall, and with that being said, Robbie Anderson is up and out of here. Trading away Robbie Anderson and a fifth round pick this year for pick 39 projected from the Indianapolis Colts. And now Thomas can actually get some reps in, maybe at the slot position. Will he get the slot? Yeah, he will. Barkley, I'm going to move up here. And Zaven Collins, Denzel Perryman. I want Denzel Perryman to be my right outside linebacker, if I'm being real here. I'd much rather have him there than Zaven Collins starting at my middle linebacker position. And then that's going to be better for the defense. Yep, Barkley is only a 63 overall, but he has the development, so that's potential. Stockton is 77 overall. That's sick. Absolutely love to see that, as the defense is really shaping up a lot better here. Yeah, I like this a lot, especially Denzel Perryman signing. I probably should have signed him for more years. We got to pay Byron Murphy this year. Kyler Murray has a lot better offensive line here. I mean, yeah, DJ Humphries is gone, but we don't got to pay him that garbage anymore. And let's see if there's anything in free agency, especially running backs, because I really don't want to deal with James Conner again. Yeah, Jeff Wilson. I'll pick up Jeff Wilson as a second string back for the team. And apart from that, guys, it is now time to move in to the midseason mark. 5-2, top the division just after 1 year of tanking. Worked out perfectly. And highly contested division. Rams are 4-3 and Niners are 4-2. Coming off a loss, the Jaguars got a rivalry game coming up. Scouting national focus. I definitely want to focus on this defensive line. It is total garbage. So defensive tackle is what I'm going to do. Yeah, we got Barkley, but he's a 63 overall. I don't think he's going to be tremendous in terms of development. So we're going to do the players ready to negotiate, where we're going to have Byron Murphy. And Shaq Mason has no interest in playing here. Why is that? Let's see his motivations. Player will not be added. Player will be added to the trade block. Cardinals. He just wants a championship. There's no income tax in Arizona, and for some reason that's a problem for him. Makes no sense. I don't know why you want to pay more taxes. Jeff Wilson, I'm not going to re-sign. Taylor Heineke is a backup. Marquise Brown, I want to keep around, so let's increase the money a little bit for him too. And he resigns. Good stuff. Taylor Heineke, Byron Murphy. What is his non-motivation? No player tags available. Cardinals underdog. How are we an underdog? We're 5-2, top the division. We just have a bad winning percentage, because maybe our coach just started. So I'm gonna have to overpay for Byron Murphy. It is what it is. Just up this a lot. And he still wants more money. Picky piece of shit. Denzel Perryman does want to be here. I'll give him another 2 years. I'm cool with that. Denzel Perryman is a good player for us. Isaiah Simmons, what is his... I can't negotiate him, but what's his motivation? 4-3 under. Player is in the last fifth... Okay, player in the last year of his fifth-year option. Yeah, I rejected his fifth-year option, so I can just straight up give him a contract. We have a bad winning percentage. He's not close to home. I can't really fix that. He's not a scheme fit. Is that really the biggest problem for him? We need to do power rusher. Why would power rusher be a... Yeah, I'm not going to do... Yeah, he needs to be a pass coverage scheme fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change our scheme for 1 week to make him a pass coverage scheme fit. Increase his likeliness of signing with us, then try again, because I do not want to overpay for him, if anything. So he wants to be a pass coverage scheme fit instead of a power rusher, which makes sense, I guess. And he's a left outside linebacker, power rusher, speed rusher, pass coverage. He's not even a scheme fit as a pass coverage linebacker? That doesn't make sense. What? He's supposed to be a pass coverage, yeah. We're just gonna do that. We're gonna do Tampa 2 and see how he likes that. Go to the next week, and yeah, I'm thinking way too deep into this rather than just paying him. But yeah, it's fine. We're coming off a loss to the Rams as we dropped to third in the division, just like that. That was upsetting. But we're gonna try Shaq Mason again. We're gonna give him a 3-year deal. We traded for him. We got to get him back. He resigns. Good stuff. Byron Murphy suddenly has interest now because he's a scheme fit. Good shit. He should accept this now. He stays with the team. Isaiah Simmons is a scheme fit, so increase this just a little bit, and he stays with the team. See, that's finessery right there. That's finessery. Just change the scheme, then change it back. Who cares? I mean, yeah, you could finesse the system by changing your quarterback to a punter, then giving him a stupid cheap deal and changing him back to a quarterback. But we're here for the rebuild. And if you guys think this is unrealistic, well, blow it up your ass. I don't really care. 4-3 under is what we're going back to. Isaiah Simmons can cry about it. And yeah, we're going in. Yeah, we lost with our scheme last week, so back to my scheme. Anyways, let's move into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, going at 9-8 and missing the playoffs. Wow, great job, guys. 7th in defensive points per game, and our offense just collapsed. I don't know how we're 7th in defensive points per game, yet our passing is 22nd and our defensive rushing game is 25th. Makes no sense. Kyler Murray, mid, 23rd best offense and 28th best defense. Okay. 4,400 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. James Conner, 16 touchdowns, 4.2 per carry, 1,100 yards. Better season. Rondale Moore, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Lawrence Thomas, the rookie, 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Great rookie season. Looking at it defensively, Denzel Perryman, 133 tackles, 14 tackles for a loss, too. And he had the most on the team. Josh Allen with 13. Sacks is 22 for Josh Allen. Isaiah Simmons with 8.5. Don't want Isaiah Simmons playing in that role. But Khalil Dorsey with 2 interceptions and safeties, 1 for Rashad Lawrence. Is that Rashad Lawrence? Or, yeah, Rashard Lawrence. And defensive touchdowns at 1 for Marco Wilson. So, unfortunate that we missed the playoffs, but huge improvement. So, it's now time to move in to the playoffs. Well, the offseason. And the Panthers win the Super Bowl with their rookie QB, the first ever starting rookie QB to win a Super Bowl, Steve Prickett. And Aaron Rodgers wins the league MVP as he's still sticking around in the NFL. There are no awards here for the Arizona Cardinals, so I'm going to need to see what we got here on the lineup for the development upgrades. Offensively, Thomas already has superstar development. Did he come with that or did he get that? As he is a slot player. Let's see if he did get it. And he did. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year, even though it literally does not say that in the yearly awards. But okay, Price is a star development player. That's fine. Clements is already up to a 76 without the boost, so I'm going to keep him around. Not even going to worry about getting a new right tackle. Defensively, Stockton is a superstar development player, and Barkley is a superstar development player as well. And he came with this. Yeah, he came with this. Sick. And Barkley, yeah, this is why you pick a guy with that good of finesse moves. Yeah, he came with superstar development as well. Yep, he's going to be a starter for sure. So we're going to be, yeah, we're going to be doing pretty good. We're going to be doing pretty good. I need a new edge rusher because Isaiah Simmons keeps moving over to the edge rusher. And by the way, Denzel Perryman also got star development if you saw that on the way out. Yeah, Offensive Rookie of the Year, it says wide receiver Andy Elliott. I'm not crazy, so I guess AFC Rookie of the Year. We got it for Ian Thomas, if that was his name. I forgot. We're going to move into the re-signed players, see who retired. Don't think really anyone should retire. Our special teams is fine. We really just need defensive linemen, maybe a huge wide receiver. I really want a new running back. That's something I need. 2023 retirements, NFC West. Nobody in the NFC West retires. But let's see what we got for the players ready to negotiate. And Jeff Wilson can walk. Is this, yeah, Josh Jones. I'm going to find someone new in free agency probably. So I'm not interested in anyone. We have $46 million to spend, but I need to pay Kyler Murray, so that is a big deal. I'm going to skip out on free agency because I do have to pay Kyler Murray, so I'm just going to simulate to the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up left tackle Travis Holliday, 89 strength, only normal dev, unfortunately, but out of Iowa State, 6'4", agile, and just, he looks great. A lead block, A impact blocking, A run block finesse. I mean, he's not much of a pass blocker, I guess, but I don't really care. This guy looks great, and that's why I picked him in the first round. We got our left tackle, and I don't even got to pay him, replacing Josh Jones and DJ Humphries. Our offensive line is complete. In the second round, I'm picking up defensive tackle Henry Wade, power rusher out of Penn State. Hidden development, 93 strength. Across the board, he just looks great. Glad I picked him. Here we are after the draft. Holiday is a 73 overall without the boost, so not even a bad pick, but definitely not worth a first rounder, but still not going to be a bad long-term player for us. And we don't even got to pay him. McBride, Pryor. Do I really want to pay Zach Ertz anymore? He really has not done much for this team. I'm going to cut him. I got to pay Kyler Murray. I got to pay other players. McBride will do the trick for now. Pryor I picked up in the second round. Yeah, Trey McBride is going to do the job. And yeah, offensive line, decent enough. Even pretty good. I mean, tackles aren't amazing. Clements is pretty all right. Interior, though, Kyler Murray's looking good. Defensively, Way is a 75 overall. Nice stuff. And yeah, I'm going to keep Barkley as the second defensive tackle. Pearson was my second round pick, and he's a bust. Marco Wilson. Yeah, all these guys are okay here. Jackson, Denzel Perryman. Yeah, I like what we got here. I like what we got, but I would still like I really want a new running back. I really don't like James Conner on this team. Free agents. I might just trade for one if I'm being honest. Oh, A.J. Dillon. Sick. Sick. Love it. A.J. Dillon's on the Cardinals. I love that pickup. Isaiah Rodgers would be sick. Ooh, Corey Bajorquez. Zach Ertz, Nick Needham. I'm gonna take up here. Where is it? Isaiah Rodgers. I'm gonna take Isaiah Rodgers as well. That would be a good signing for the team because we need some depth at DB as well. And I think the team should be looking pretty good. A.J. Dillon is a much more favored back than James Conner. Nice duo here, though. And defensively, I like what we got going on there. Isaiah Rodgers as a 3. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it's now time to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-3, and we could lose the division at any point, just like how we did in the last season. But Rams are 4-2, top of the division, coming off a loss to the Bills, and we got to play the Cowboys now. Budda Baker has no interest in re-signing. Don't give a shit. You're staying on the team whether you like it or not, and he wants to reconsider. Okay, what is your motivations, bud? What do you got? 4-3 under. He wants a scheme fit, playoff contender. My win percentage isn't good. Yeah, shut up. Rondale Moore, you're staying on the team, and up that money. Good stuff. He's on the team. Elijah Vera Tucker would love to stay. Thank you for not being picky, and he resigns. And Zaven Collins would also love to stay. Thank you for not being picky, and he's being picky. Never mind. Well, fuck you, Zaven Collins. James Conner can walk. Marco Wilson is honestly not even bad. I will take this deal straight up if he does this, and he resigns. And A.J. Dillon is someone I want back. I can't negotiate with him right now. Yeah, I'm going to change the scheme to Budda Baker's scheme, so that way he fits. And then I'm going to change back to my scheme, of course, because I don't care if I'm choosing this. It's my scheme, my game. I'm going to change up the scheme. And we're going to go to, what's Budda Baker's scheme for a strong... I was already in the scheme. He's already a scheme fit. Makes no sense. I guess he wants a 3-4. Sure, we're gonna run a 3-4 for a single game. See how that goes. Let's see if we can beat the Cowboys in a 3-4. It would be nice if we could, especially since the division is so contested right now. And we do not. No, we get blown out too. Thank you, Budda Baker, for your very supportive talks. And yeah, now you want to play. Okay, just sign the deal, dude. Thank you. And Zaven Collins. Got to up the money for you a little bit since you're being picky. And he resigns. Good stuff. James Conner, everyone else here. Yeah, A.J. Dillon, I'll negotiate whenever I can. And I need to go back to a 4-3 under, as we are now second in the division still because the Rams lost their game. But we're going to be all right as we're going to go over to the scheme, change it back to a 4-3 under, and we should be pretty good for the rest of the team. So apart from that, guys, it is now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 9-8, taking the division. Thank God that the rest of the division sucked. As the Packers we beat the Packers 31-37, here to face the 10-7 Atlanta Falcons, who have X-Factor Kyle Pitts. Yeah, I wish that were true in real life. Kyler Murray, mid, offense 23rd, defense 10th. Okay, defense improved. 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Kyler Murray is not proving me right in Madden simulation. He's doing quite bad. But A.J. Dillon, 19 touchdowns, 3.9 per carry, and almost 1,000 yards. So not really good on yards, but 19 touchdowns is nice. Rondale Moore, 9 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Really not that good because, Kyler Murray didn't do that good. But great ball distribution. Way to think of everyone, Kyler Murray. Nice of you. Zaven Collins, 126 tackles for a loss. 17 for Josh Allen, 11 for Henry Way, the rookie. Sacks, 16 for Isaiah Simmons. I hate that he's an edge rusher. Josh Allen, 14.5. Henry Way with 6 interceptions. 3 for Budda Baker, and safeties is 1 for Josh Allen and 1 for Matt Pearson, the rookie, and defensive touchdowns is 0. I hate that they keep making Isaiah Simmons an edge rusher. It's pissing me off. And let's simulate to the wild card. We'll pass the wild card round. I thought I would have to pay Kyler Murray this season, but I guess not. So I guess we can ball out in free agency if we want to. And we lost 16-7, so it's a perfect time to do that. Let's move to free agency. Here we are in the offseason as the Chargers win the Super Bowl with their new QB, Cam Goddard, or Goddard, I don't care. Joe Burrow wins the league MVP, and there are no awards here for the Arizona Cardinals. So let's see if there is any development upgrades for the team. $74 million to spend in free agency, so that's awesome. And offensively, we look the exact same. Defensively, we look the exact same. Way has star development. Denzel Perryman is down to a 75, unfortunately. I'd like to re-sign Isaiah Rodgers and A.J. Dillon if that is a possibility. A.J. Dillon didn't do tremendous, but good enough for a contract and better than James Conner, in my opinion. So we're going to re-sign him. Need an edge rusher, so that way Isaiah Simmons stops playing that position. 2024 retirements. Let's see what we got here for the NFC West, and no one relevant. Doesn't matter. Let's see the players ready to negotiate. Sorry, I'm a little tired right now. James Conner, no. Des Fitzpatrick, no. AJ Dillon, yes. I would like to have you back. Up the money just a little bit more, and he resigns. Is Isaiah Rodgers over here? Yes, he is. He just doesn't want to play for us. Will he just accept this outright? No, he's not going to. He's going to hit free agency. I'm not going to bother tagging him. Maybe I can get someone better than him in free agency, so it's not time. It's move into it with $70 million to spend. After free agency, I got Asante Samuel Jr., Bobby Wagner, and Zadarius Smith. Moved Bobby Wagner from middle linebacker to outside linebacker. Moved Denzel Perryman from outside linebacker to middle linebacker. And moved down Zadarius Smith from right outside linebacker to defensive end. And in the draft, I'm probably just going to trade away my first-round pick because it is the fourth and final season going into this. So I'm going to give Kyler Murray's receivers aren't even bad. I'm probably going to give him an elite tight end is what I want to do. Our D-line isn't even bad with Josh Allen, Zadarius Smith. I mean, these two interior guys need to develop. Good defensive backs, good secondary, like really nothing to complain much on defense. I'm just going to try to trade for an elite tight end. So anyways, let's move into the draft. Trading away my first-round pick and a next year's 6 for the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And yeah, we're looking pretty good now. We have both the Eagles tight ends at one point with Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert now. And I think I might want to trade for maybe a better left tackle. I think that may be better for us. So I'm swapping left tackles with the Jaguars, who have Jedrick Wills from free agency, and my second and my fourth. So that's nice. I mean, we don't have any draft capital now. That's kind of what I intended to do. So let's move in to the end of the draft. Now this is the team going into the fourth and final season. Dallas Goedert has superstar depth, and we got Jedrick Wills as well, of course. I don't think Kyler Murray should have any excuse to be bad in this season. Ooh. In the third round, it looks like the CPU picked up this guy named Hackett. The CPU is just better at drafting than I am. So let's actually see what round he got drafted in, or the third round pick. Yeah, the CPU is just better at drafting than I am. Of course, well, they know who the good players are, where as well. Yeah, good pickups, but I like where we're at with the team. It's not like a super team. It's not crazy, but it is decent enough to make at least a deep playoff run. So let's move in to the not the mid-season mark, but the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, going 12-5, top of the division with a first round bye at 12-5. Interesting. Stats and awards. Please tell me Kyler Murray did good. Mid. 13th best offense and the best defense in the NFL. Nice. 4,700 yards, 34 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. AJ Dillon, 14 touchdowns, 3.7 per carry. Not worth the re-sign. Lawrence Thomas, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, only 77 receptions though. Marquise Brown, 7 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Rondale Moore, 1,000 yards. Dallas Goedert, 1,000 yards. Again, sharing is caring. Nice job, Kyler Murray. Anyways, defensively, Zaven Collins, 121 tackles. Isaiah Simmons with 102. Finally, he only has half a sack, so he's not rushing off the edge. Tackles for a loss, 16 for Josh Allen, 13 for Zadarius Smith. Sacks, 18 for Josh Allen, 12.5 for Zadarius Smith. Interceptions, 3 for Isaiah Simmons. And safeties is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So I guess it was all about just trying to get Isaiah Simmons off the edge. And now we're going to be seeing who we're going to be facing in the divisional round. Considering we have not won a single playoff game, I'm going to hop into this one, and it's against the 9-8 Dallas Cowboys. They're probably going to wipe us in simulation because they're just gods in simulation. So anyways, let's move into it. Here we are against the Dallas Cowboys. 7-0 start for us. Good stuff. And it is now 14-0, 14-7, 14-14. Good job to choke the game, guys. Good job. Great job, Kyler Murray. 21-21. What do we got? 24-21. Oh my gosh, bro. I seriously have to hop in and do this myself. So frustrating. So frustrating. Let's do this. 2nd and 2. I think I'm going to get him. I do have him. Yep, Marquise Brown, touchdown. And that will probably do the game. I know I'm only playing in the divisional round, but it's serious to me because I seriously need to play the defense only on this because the I know the CPU for a fact will, mess it up. So let's do this, see how they're going to play it out. 2nd and 23, and that's going to be a pick, and that is going to be the game for Byron Murphy. That is that. Good stuff. 31-28. We're just going to take our knees, get out of here, and that is going to be the game. 31-28. Let's hop in there and do it myself there at the end. Good stuff. And we're going to be moving on to the conference championship. In the conference championship, here to face the Detroit Lions, who have never even appeared in this Super Bowl before. So let's see if we can prevent them from doing that today. Here we are at the Cardinal Stadium again, of course, with the first seed. They start 7-0. Kyler Murray, please wake up. You do. And that is going to be 7-7 now, 10-7, and 14-10, and 17-10 at halftime, 24-10. What do we got? It's 27-10. Just don't choke, please. Please don't choke. 2 minutes left. You can't choke this way. You're fine. Yep, 27-10, and we're going to be moving on to the Super Bowl as we prevent the Lions from ever making their first Super Bowl. Let's move into it as they have Tua as their QB. And here we are in the Super Bowl here to face the 11-6 Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see if there is any development upgrades on the team. Offensively, we look the exact same, and defensively, it looks like Josh Allen gets superstar dev. He probably should have had that a while ago. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I see. So anyways, guys, we're going to move into the Super Bowl as this is already a successful rebuild, whether we win or lose, because all we have to do to make it a successful rebuild is make it to the Super Bowl, and let's get the Cardinals their first Super Bowl win in history. Here we are at the Atlanta Falcons Stadium for the Super Bowl as it is a 7-7 start here, 7-10 for the Bengals, 10-10. Good stuff, good game, I like this, and 10-10 at halftime as well. Everyone's going down the field but not capitalizing, getting turnovers, 17-7, close game. It's winding down here, let's see the key moments, end score drive. Why would we punt it? Why didn't it allow me to see what was happening? Red zone alerts, and at 24-17, of course they're gonna go down and score. I'm gonna have to hop in and do this myself because the CPU is retarded. And it is up, and it is on the way. Tyler Bass puts it away, 27-24, as your Arizona Cardinals are going to win the Super Bowl, and we are going to have a successful rebuild with Kyler Murray and without DeAndre Hopkins. Kyler Murray is stunned. Kyler Murray getting his first Super Bowl win with the Cardinals, who also get their first Super Bowl win ever. Buda Baker stunned as well. And yeah, good stuff, guys. Tell me which team you'd like me to rebuild next. I have a couple people telling me to rebuild the Bengals, coincidentally enough, as we beat them in the Super Bowl, and also rebuild the Houston Texans. So tell me in the description which team you would like me to rebuild next, but we're going to see who the Super Bowl MVP is. And I don't want to see the playoff bracket, please. I would like to see the Super Bowl MVP, so I guess I have to simulate to the offseason to see that. What do we got? What do we got here? What do we got here? As it is going to be Kyler Murray is the Super Bowl MVP, and there are no yearly awards for anyone else here. But anyways, guys, I thank you guys all for watching. Let me know down in the comments below which team you'd like me to rebuild next. And apart from that, boys, I'll see you guys all in the next one.